We are your home theater and AV questions answered. This is AVRant. Want your home theater or AV question answered by Tom and Rob? Send it to question@avrant.com. Welcome to AVRant. I'm Tom Andry, and I'm here with
Rob H.
Scott. I have some pictures here of Scott's stuff, I think. That's
Scott's
stuff. I don't know what this is. Is it the drawing ones? Is that the ones they is?
No, there's one diagram, but the rest are pictures.
Then I'm looking at the wrong one. What is this? It says Dave. Maybe I haven't opened up Scott's stuff yet. All right, Scott has a music set up in a single wide manufactured home that is 23 feet long, 15 feet wide, and 8 feet high. 8 inches high is hilarious.
Wow.
He snakes in there on his belly. He needs some very small speakers. Incredibly tiny TV. His goal is to be able to play his electronic drum set and have it sound more like a live environment. I have to admit to you, I find this question very confusing. But we're going to get into it because I've already read this one, but we're going to get into it here. So is the whole house just for this?
I mean, he's got some
here?
Furniture in there, so
Let me click on this picture.
It's not strictly a drum kit, but I mean, he's like the purpose of his sound system was for his drum kit, and then he said he was playing back some Google Music and stuff like that through the system, but that's about it. He's like the priority is drum set, which is fine. That's what he's there for.
Trying to open some stuff here. I'm going very slowly. All right. He started with a pair of vintage M&K S1B satellite speakers. An optical audio connection feeds his Harman Kardon 3490 stereo receiver to power just the front speakers. He then expanded the setup. He feeds the stereo signal from his Harman Kardon to a Yamaha DSP-1 that is able to create 4 presence channels plus a mono output and a 200 hertz low pass output. He added a pair of SVS PC2000 cylinder subwoofers and feeds those the 200 hertz low pass signal. He uses a Yamaha MX35 4-channel amp and 4 Yamaha NSAW150 all-weather speakers mounted up high as the present speakers, along with a 5th all-weather speaker as an audio source and an audio source amp 100 connected to the mono output to create the center channel. Boy, no wonder I was confused. Where is this thing?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a confusing setup, but I think we understand it. So he's got Harman Kardon AV receiver. It's powering his front, left, right speakers. Then he feeds the line output, the stereo line output from that to a Yamaha DSP processor that creates 4 presence channels, a mono center channel since it's only a stereo signal, and a 200 hertz low pass signal that he feeds to his subwoofers. And he's got a pair. So that's what's going on there.
I'm trying to find the second subwoofer. Where's the second subwoofer?
They're both up front. One is next to his front left speaker. One is next to his front right speaker.
Yeah, look at that diagram. That's crazy. Okay, that's what I thought. All right. He thinks his setup sounds good, but he wants it to sound even better. So what passive room treatments would we suggest? He has one corner bass trap right now, but that's about it. All right, well, you need more than that. Let's look here.
This is challenging because, I mean, he's got sliding glass door. He's got a doorway. He's got a kitchenette area. So
it looks like your speakers are kind of firing into underneath your, on the right side there, underneath your
kitchen counter.
I would put a big panel down there.
Okay.
To start with, behind your head on your couch,
Mm-hmm.
actually all the way around your couch as much as you can. I would put panels there for slap echoes. I would have put a panel. I mean, since we're dreaming here, I would put a panel on your ceiling or two to get that reflection point. For your right speaker, right into the right of your lamp that's on your left wall. If you know what I'm talking about there. So the wall that your left speaker would be firing into, I would put one there.
That's about all you can do.
I think that's all of it. Is there anything else we could put in here? Behind your speakers, can you pull your speakers forward a little bit and put something behind your speakers? That might not be too bad. Is there any other corner and any corner in this house that's not being used
There
for something?
really isn't another. I mean, one is the
I would put a bass
kitchen,
trap.
one is a doorway, another one is a sliding glass door. So there really is nowhere else to put a corner trap in here.
Oh yeah, the doorway. I didn't see that doorway over there.
Yeah.
You could, while we're dreaming, that corner trap you got there, you could run one of those along the ceiling between the wall and the ceiling.
Oh, edge trapping. Yeah.
Edge trapping there. I mean, oh hey, I got an idea here. Because you're in the same room. Let me flick back over here. Yeah, you could put some of these above your. You could put insulation or panels like a chunk trap sort of idea above your cabinets around your kitchen. You got like a Sonos up there. It looks like that.
Yeah.
Looks like he's got a Sonos up there, but you don't know why the Sonos is so high, anyways. So maybe that. I mean, those are all the places that you could put them.
Yeah.
I
agree about the kitchen cabinet and then around your seating area. That's the most likely places to start.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I would start there. But if any of those other things sound like something you could do all that.
Yeah, ceiling, very potentially the ceiling.
Yeah. So he could add Dirac to his setup with a mini DSP DDRC88. He could feed the DDRC88 from all. Isn't that like $1,000 unit?
It's $1,000 unit.
Why didn't you just buy a new receiver?
8 in, 8 out. Well, if he specifically wants Dirac, but.
All right. Anyway, from his Y, he could feed that all from his Yamaha's DSP-1's RCA outputs. The outputs of DDRC could feed his 4-channel Yamaha external amp, audio source amp, and then subwoofers, but he doesn't have another external amp for his front, left, and right speakers. So, could he feed the signal back into his Harman Kardon stereo receiver? The whole signal path would begin with an optical connection feeding that same Harman Kardon. So he's trying to figure out the connection scheme. Dude, for $1,000, buy a receiver. Buy a new receiver that could do all the things you want it to do. Right? Atmos receiver. It's not $1,000. I'm thinking, and you've got this hodgepodge of stuff you're doing.
I mean, if you specifically like the Yamaha present speakers, you can get a Yamaha receiver for sure.
You could still do this Yamaha thing. He's still got all this stuff. But if you're going to spend $1,000 on Dirac, you might as well spend $1,000 on a new receiver that does all the stuff you want it to do.
And just have one unit, get rid of the Harman Kardon. Get rid of the Yamaha DSP and just have a Yamaha receiver that does present speakers. Because he only needs to do 7 speakers and 2 subs. It's just he happens to want to do 4 present speakers and 3 front speakers. You can do that.
Present speakers are just another word for like Atmos speakers, really, depending on where he's placed them. Yeah, they're just height speakers. He could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You can do what you're talking about. I don't think that you could feed the optical input into the Harman Kardon, have it go out, and then come back in and have it play something. You can't do that.
So you would need, if you want to keep everything you have and just insert the Dirac unit into it, you would need one more stereo amplifier to power your front, left, and right speakers. That is what you would need in that setup. But yeah, I think if you get yourself $1,000 Yamaha AV receiver, that you're done. That does everything. You can replace a bunch of stuff. Simplify.
So should you forget about the $1,000 Dirac Mini DSP and just focus on upgrading something else like his speakers or his receiver? Yes, we already said that. If he does go with it, no, you're not going to. What would you call this?
This was just
setup?
one thing. He's wondering if there's going to be signal gain loss, and that's not something you need to worry about. Having another unit in between. In fact, the Dirac unit can add more gain to the signal if that's something you want. So that's not a concern.
Yeah. Okay, you're thinking. So, what would you even call this setup? Setup 3.2.4? Yes, that's basically what it is. Yeah.
3 front speakers, 2 subs, 4 overhead.
The only thing I'm going to suggest before you buy any receiver, because you have an unusual setup, 3.2.4, and where your speakers are located in that thing, make sure that you're not getting a receiver that limits your options of what you can name things. Okay, and that doesn't have a problem.
Yeah, because some of them won't let you use 4 overheads unless you're using 5 regular speakers.
So you're going to want to make sure that that's not the case. Okay, so do your research. Don't get burned. Okay, do your research. Don't get burned. Okay, there we go, Scott. I like his little drum set. I mean, I'd like to have a drum set like that. I would like a drum set. Want your question answered? Send it to question@avrant.com. This is AVRant.
Now go out and listen to something.